poprzednim odcinku.
Be quiet.
Edward to pierdoła.
Betty?
No i wstaliśmy. Kto jest na górze?
Are you upstairs?
Ktoś jest, to pewnie kot. To pewnie kocur.
Betty, I'm coming. Betty? Betty? Are you in there? Open the door. I'm coming in. Stand away from the door.
Gorzej. To ptasior.
Betty? No. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was you, Betty. But who? Anna.
Cholera.
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor. It was precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... a signpost. A breadcrumb. But what's so important about the Fretlands?
Nie wiem.
I will figure this out. I will find you. I promise. It's from Johann, addressed to his wife. Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught. Knock, ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will... Tilly, forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years, I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then?
To już wiem, gdzie idziemy.
You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
Czyli rozumiem, że idziemy na farmę. Okej.
So where is Frederick's farm? The gate. Frederick's warning. The path leads to his farm. The farm is on the way to the mine, isn't that so, Betty?
Jakie dziwne, że gada do siebie, nie? Próbując mówić do siostry.
Are you still at the farm? Or did you go all the way to the mine? I need to see what you saw. Follow your story. The red thread you left for me. What led you to this place? All these fragments. You would piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick.
Okej. To ciekawe.
Was this your doing, Johann? burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
Skąd mam wiedzieć? Nie wydaje mi się, bym znalazł tu odpowiedź gdzieś. Farma brata pewnie będzie gdzieś. Wskazówka w jego domu, prawda? Nic tu nie ma. A to czemu?
Simon's grave. Born December 5th, 1909, died September 17th, 1923. The safe. Frederick would choose numbers that meant something to him. Why bury Simon here and not at the cemetery? If the village blamed him for Ruth's death, I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figured this out in no time.
Tuż pewnie go tam nie chcieli, nie? Plus w kościele nie ma Boga. Margaret Fretland. No kolego, otwierajcie.
What do you reckon, Betty? Let's try Simon's birthday.
Bingo.
Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found. Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence. Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon. Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract, and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery.
O kurde, co oni tam znaleźli?
The Fretland Mining Company. I wonder what this unlocks.
Nie mam pojęcia.
You went to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you. All right, Betty. So what happens next in your story? Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced or paid to walk away. Their secret stays hidden. Then, a few months later, the accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine shuts down. Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
To ciekawe. Bardzo ciekawe. Chyba znalazłem miejsce, w którym tak jest.
Cursed mine in Grovik? Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
To ciekawe. Ciekawe jak diabli. Czyli rozumiem, że idziemy im dalej, a im dalej w las, tym więcej drzew.
And then Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered. So, 20 years pass. The Fretland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder.
Rozumiem, że w tym kierunku. Ciekawa ta historia, naprawdę zaczyna się robić intrygująca. Ale już brakuje mi Lizzie. Jej towarzystwo było takie super. Ja pierdzielę. A ten musiał wydrzeć japę, nie?
All because of the mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation.
Tak mówisz?
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
O! Znalazła się głowa od lalki.
Ruth was here the day she fell. Something spooked her, and then she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
O kurde.
Hello? Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
Co ja robię? Gdzie ja lezę, kurde? Gdzie ja lezę, nie? O, kolejna przypinka.
Oh, Betty. This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason. What am I not seeing?
Straszak? Tak wyleci, nie? Okej. Na szczęście wiemy, gdzie jest wyjście. Jest niedaleko, prawda? Owszem. No i problem z głowy. Już się nigdy nie dowiemy, co się stało z siostrą. O, to wracamy do Bostonu.
Edward! Edward!
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward?
I'm here, Betty!
Where are
It's
you?
Edward! I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me.
To jest, kurde...
Stay where you are. I'm coming.
To jest coś nie tak. To są jakieś, kurde... Wendigo czy inne... trolle.
Edward! Where are you?
I'm on my way.
Nie podoba mi się to, co słyszę.
I can hear you.
Edward,
Hold
please.
on. I'm almost there. I'm coming, Betty. Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you.
Edward!
I'm almost there.
Naprawdę wydaje mi się, że ona biegnie w przeciwnym kierunku. Nie robi to, w ogóle go to nie dziwi.
Betty? Betty? Elizabeth? I'm on my way. Just stay put. Don't move. I'm coming for you. I'm here, Betty. It's Edward. It's me.
Edward! Oh, Edward! Hurry!
I'm coming.
Edward, is that you? I'm in
You're here. You're inside the house.
Czy trup ruszył głowę? Ojej. Tylko gdzie? Bo tu jej nie ma.
Isn't that right, Betty? You're finally here.
Coś mi tu nie gra.
You're here. You're inside the house.
Śmiem stwierdzić, że nie. Ubranie będzie gadać, nie?
Isn't that right, Betty? You're finally here. Elizabeth. There you are. Finally. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried.
Ona nie żyje, on nie może sobie z tym poradzić, prawda?
Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
She's been dead for 30 years.
Tak myślałem.
Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother...
She hated you for that.
She could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back, again and again, to New York, to Boston, to the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her, the echo of her, but never really her. All it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry. It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Nie możecie w tym momencie tej gry skończyć. Mam nadzieję, że nie skończycie. Tylko nie wiemy, co się stało w kopalni. Dzień 6. No ja myślę. Nie mamy bladego pojęcia, co się stało w kopalni. Nie wolno w tym momencie gry skończyć. Ojej. No i okej. Co przed nami ostatni dzień, ale będzie z nami... Będzie z nami Lizzie chyba.
Goodbye, Betty.
Żegnaj. O. No cóż, smutne. Jest Lizzie.
Are you up?
Come inside. It's beautiful. Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
Lizzie. Nothing. Alice?
What is it?
No, it's nothing.
O.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh. Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik? Well... Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
The letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere. Paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
To find my sister.
But Betty's not... She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, she ran from the mine and came here. And then... was she afraid? What made her run?
Something spooked her.
And she panicked. So she ran here. Why not home? She couldn't go home. Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place. And then... if only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
They're dead. I don't believe there's anything more to it than that. But there's comfort in oblivion, and we won't be alone. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in oblivion. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that...
A boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse, while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day. What a beautiful day. Well, look at that. The ground's finally dried up. It really is lovely here. The wind and the ocean are like music. I think I'll miss this place. The air really is invigorating.
Are you talking to yourself?
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Czy na pewno chcemy brać tę broszkę? W sumie koniec końców to tylko broszka, nie? Nic wielkiego. To była bardzo ciekawa przygoda, aczkolwiek jest niezwykle krótka i ciekaw jestem, kurczę, jakie będzie meritum tej opowieści. Naprawdę jestem ciekaw. Powinienem w ogóle chyba zobaczyć, jak się ma ciało zmarłej, nie? Bo strasznie mnie to ciekawi, ja. O, nic z tego. Zajrzyjmy do małej, do pokoju. Może jest jeszcze coś, co mogę zrobić. O, super. Zawsze to ta jedna interakcja, nie? Ojej, od Edwarda dla Ruth. O, jak uroczo. Fajnie. To biegusiem na dół.
Do I feel like drawing anything today? We're in no rush. The boat's not leaving without us.
Come on. on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
Ładniutko.
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
Zaczyna coś nucić. Ojejku. Ależ to była ładna gra, prawda? To była naprawdę ładna gra. Kurczę, no. Wiecie, inspirowana jakby ciekawą historią norweskich lat 20., znaczy Norwegii lat 20. i no podobało mi się, aczkolwiek zobaczyłbym znacznie więcej kontentu, więcej w ogóle jakichkolwiek zagadek. Ale to naprawdę ładny spacerowicz. Krótki, ale ładny, aczkolwiek powinien być znacznie tańszy serial, bo to jednak 2-godzinna przeprawa tak naprawdę. Ale no ładna przeprawa. Ładna, którą należy docenić i która mi się podobała. Wyjątkowo mi się podobała, więc jak najbardziej pozytywnie nastawiony jestem na cokolwiek twórcy wymyślą kolejnego, zwłaszcza, że no postaci mi się spodobały. Postaci mi się naprawdę spodobały. Cóż, moi drodzy, mam nadzieję, że się wam podobało. Jeżeli tak, pamiętajcie o kciuku w górę. Ja z kolei zapraszam was codziennie o 16 i 19. Śledźcie Facebooka, Instagram, by być na bieżąco oraz Twitcha, jeżeli chcecie oglądać mnie na żywo. Ojej, Edward i Alice powrócą, czyli kolejna gra. Oby jak najwięcej, oby w Bostonie, oby więcej, oby zagadki. Ojejku, trzymajcie ciepło i do miłego usłyszenia.